It's out here in Currituck, North Carolina, trying to manage this nasty ass heat we got. We got Knights Armament in the house, our boy Pat and Ash over there. Got some new products they're gonna kind of drop on the table. Let us run our dirty little mitts across them, but it's always a pleasure anytime we get to hang out, dude. And you guys obviously make some of the best stuff in the business. So what do we got, dude?
So, as you guys know, Knights Armament has been making large frame, semi-automatic precision platforms for government and militaries for decades now. And essentially, the SR25 K7 that we have here is a culmination of what we learned through all those programs. Starting with the SR25 match programs back in the 90s, to then the Mark 11, and then to the M110 SAS. This here is the best of all of those features. So this is a 14.5-inch 6.5 Creedmoor, which is currently in service with USASOC. It's a drop-on upper receiver kit to the existing M110 SAS lowers. And really, the advantage of having the 14.5-inch 6.5 is that you have essentially 20-inch 7.62 ballistics in a platform that's not much bigger than an M4. The other advantage is about 1/3 less wind drift at distance. So you're getting a whole lot more performance out of an even smaller package.
What's going on with the suppressor?
So that is the 7.62 CRS1. That is a quick detach suppressor made of all 3D printed or DMLS Inconel.
You mind pulling that off real quick? Yeah. How about the barrel?
So the barrel is 416R stainless. As you can see, it's got a pretty cool dimpled feature to it. The profile on this.
Get on this thing. Oh boy.
Pretty much.
Cranker.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on.
No,
the
no what I don't want to do is strip it, because I've done it. There we go.
So that's a big thing I wanted to see on this. So kind of starting off with the muzzle brake before we go into the barrel.
So the muzzle brake is really designed to be a host for the suppressor. Really all the programs that we pursue, these snipers, DMRs, whatever you want to call them, they're pretty much suppressed the whole time. And we kind of knew that going into it. So
ball bearings.
Yeah. So it's designed to mitigate a lot of recoil when you're not suppressing it, and then kind of work as a sacrificial first baffle, I guess you could call it, when you do suppress it. It helps slow down the gases a lot.
And so what is this made out of again?
Inconel. It is DMLS.
3D printed?
Yeah. Additive manufacturing, also known as 3D printing. Nice. It's got stainless steel hardware in the rear as the rear support, and then a stainless steel end cap. But that whole thing starts as a bin of powdered metal. And then a laser comes in from the top, melts it together, goes another layer. And next thing you know, you got this tube of metal. They chop off one end, put the rear support on it, laser weld it, and then it's essentially ready to shoot.
You know what total weight of the system is built out?
I want to say, with the suppressor, it's going to be in the neighborhood of 9.5 pounds. I want to say it's...
Dude.
I mean, yeah, it's
bad.
8.5 before.
When you think about all the dudes like back in the day humping around 300 Win Mags and everything else, like just how exhausting that was. Yeah. That's totally manageable.
So how about the barrel?
Yep, 416R stainless, rifle cut. It's made in-house.
Yeah, I know we got a chance to go to their facility a couple years ago. Amazing to see. I don't know if you guys really give that to the public, but definitely humbling to see all the machines and barrels and how you guys do that stuff.
Not a lot of people get to see it. Knights Armament really is a machine shop, and what we make just happens to be guns. You know, we have actually 2 cold hammer forges now, so we're making, in the near future, almost all of our own barrels in-house. Not quite yet. We're still kind of moving towards that, but...
To give some perspective of the manufacturing facility, they have golf carts inside because it's that big.
Dude, it's
huge.
It is by far the coolest tour I've ever done in any industry, bar none. There's a fucking McLaren dealership in the bottom of it.
The total cool. Indoor manufacturing space we have is about 600,000 total. That's outbuildings and the primary building. The primary building's 350, and that's all air-conditioned manufacturing space. It is hundreds of CNC machines, 2 cold hammer forges, dozens of lathes, you know, dozens of welding stations, dozens of weapons assembly stations.
Yeah, dude, if Willy Wonka was into collecting guns and cars, that'd be the place he'd build.
That's a good way to put it.
Oh, dude, like, what is it, the second largest gun collection outside the Queen of England? Personal collection?
That's the rumor on the street, and I would absolutely...
Dude, I mean, we were in it for hours, dude. Yeah. And there were dozens of walls we never got a chance to look through.
Yeah, you could spend days in there.
Yeah, dude, it's sick.
So you got ambi controls on here, kind of Magpul furniture.
Yep. So that's pretty much the way of the future if you're coming to the game. Yep. They won't even invite you to the game if you don't have ambi controls. They're really nothing too special. You know, we had a bolt release on the right side since 2005, something like that, during the initial M110 selection process. So adding a bolt catch to the right side wasn't too difficult of a task.
Lefty's just making all that noise.
Yeah.
All that noise. All 7 of them.
Constantly.
Yeah.
There's 7
7.
dudes in the U.S. military that are left-handed.
Yes.
7.
Yep.
All 7.
God. All right.
Make it ambi.
Yep, make it ambi, I guess.
So how about capacity on these mags? Are you guys making these mags in-house?
Yep. Those are standard Knights Armament M110 magazines, SR25 pattern.
Capacity on them?
20 round mags, yep.
Dude.
It actually fits inside.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You can squeeze it in there.
Mm-hmm.
A little tight,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
nice.
all day.
yeah,
Sick.
it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, luckily the SR25 platform's been out for long enough. There's plenty of accessories for the SR25 pattern mags, and there's a lot of other companies making upper receivers that fit the SR25 lower, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, Knights Armament was the only game in town making the SR25 cut receiver, which you can see by this little squared angle here. Previously, it was the DPMS cut, or whatever it was referred to with the curve. And now there's quite a few manufacturers out there making things that are cross-compatible.
And so is it pretty standard all, or coming with that 2 to 10 Leopold?
So that kind of depends on what that unit has. So these are pretty well fielded through USASOC, and they have, depending on the unit, access to Night Force scopes, Leupold scopes, Vortex scopes, whoever. And typically, since this is a more compact precision rifle, it's going to be something in the lower to mid power range. So something in the 2 to 10 range, 4 to 16, 3 to 18, something like that. It's pretty common to see these with the red dot at 12 o'clock or off to the side, something like that, as this could more easily fit in tighter situations than a traditional 20-inch 7.62 gun.
Yeah, this definitely looks like a really nice marksmanship gun. You know, not full-blown sniper. We're pushing out to a mile. You know, this is that in-between stage of combat rifle and sniper world, and a good compact can kind of touch into both worlds. Yeah, this is super cool.
Yeah,
Perfect recce gun.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
It crosses over very well.
Yeah, or that urban terrain.
Yeah.
We've tested this a lot, getting this into the military, and we have noticed that accuracy is not really sacrificed with the 14.5 inch. So typically, Creedmoor guns are anywhere from 18 to 22 inches, and you know, a standard might be a minute, and we can easily get a minute of accuracy out of these guns.
Really?
Yeah.
1 MOA.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's not always going to be the standard. Of course, there's different ammo types and other environmental conditions, but with the standard M1200 ammo that the military is using, we can easily get a minute of accuracy out of that.
Yeah, that's great. First thing I noticed on here too are the little dimples.
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah. So it's a pretty stout profile. It's made to handle a little bit heavier firing schedule, and the dimples really just take a little bit of weight out and balance things out a little bit better. Contrary to popular belief, it has almost nothing to do with heat. There's really not enough going on there to pull a noticeable amount of heat out of the barrel, but it does balance it out really nice. Makes things a little more wieldy. Yeah. Takes almost about ½ pound, give or take, depending on the length of the barrel.
And you can definitely feel it. When you pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
That balance is basically right in front of the mag.
Yeah. You always expect the front to be super front heavy. Now you start throwing a can on it right now, and just that balance point's kind of what you always try to hope for. If I could just hold it to the magazine and it balances, that'd be perfect. The barrel's just too heavy. Suppressor's too long. Made out of old school materials, just too damn heavy.
The can we have on here is designed to be a little bit lighter weight to help with obviously maneuverability, and ounces equal pounds, right? So that's another factor that goes into it. On some of our other platforms, they're more commonly paired with a little bit bigger, heavier suppressor if it's not going to be hauled around and shot a lot. You know, if it's going to be in more of a fixed position, then maybe they'd be willing to sacrifice a little bit more weight for more sound and noise suppression, or sound and flash suppression.
Well, dude, let's shoot this thing.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So this thing's Z'd at 100, right?
Yep.
Yep. So we're, probably 40, 45 out right now. So just so you're aware.
Make a hole.
Everybody got eyes and ears?
Eyes and ears.
All right. There it is.
Where are you holding that right now?
Right now, I'm holding the very top edge of the plate.
Okay.
And I'm just plugging center mass right now.
Yeah, it's tight grip.
This thing cycles really nice, and it's not kicking around. I mean, it's driving straight back on target immediately.
But I haven't shot these things for a hot minute.
But yeah, top edge of the plate right now, center mass.
Dude. Shoot that fucking thing.
Got her good and hot for you.
Yeah, she get a little hot. Number 6 or 7 right here. Last of the lefties. Shoots tight, dude.
I completely believe that's a minute gun.
You're right. Being smooth, it just feels like it just
Straight back, cycling
Yeah.
right
A
on.
lot of them, even on like with scopes, it's like there's some sort of rise. It's like we just have it on a bipod. It.
Or just so much recoil, you just miserable. It just knocks your body out of position the entire time.
I expected with it being shorter for it to have a little bit of a muzzle kick on it, but
No,
it's
it's
not
smooth.
on a rail straight back.
Yeah, with
Nice trigger pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 4.5 pound, 2-stage. That's our trigger. A good thing about having the whole system made under the same roof is that the suppressor, the gas system, gas port, gas tube, the timing, everything is designed to work in unison. From the beginning of the gun, it was designed to work together. So pretty much with all of our systems, we try to design it to where the gun doesn't know whether it's suppressed or not. So similar, if not the same ejection, is going to be the norm. And with a wide variety of ammos, chamber pressures, all that, we try to design it to work regardless of all that.
I mean, I think that's a huge point because most people that know this, most gun companies outsource a lot of their parts and pieces. I think a huge differentiator is when companies like y'all manufacture from front, to back outside Magpul furniture and kind of scope stuff, but really the engineering and the quality control.
Yeah. Of course, we're
It's a
not
huge
perfect.
difference.
There are little things like little roll pins, springs, detents. It's really just not worth it for us to make in-house. But things like barrels, things like handguards, uppers and lower receivers, bolts, those major, very important components, we have control over essentially the whole process. So it allows us to adapt to new and upcoming needs of the end user and not have to wait on an outside manufacturer to change something for us. Of course, occasionally that does come up, but that's what allows us to kind of innovate more. I know that's a pretty big buzzword in the industry right now is innovate, but we really do get to pivot to whatever the customer needs very quickly because of our manufacturing capacity. And as you saw when the gun was getting hot, it was starting to burn off all sorts of gases and stuff, and as I'm sure you saw, your image was blurring because of the mirage coming off the suppressor. And a part of a different rifle program, heat mitigation, thermal signature was a huge part of it. And we developed these shrouds here to slide over our suppressor in order to help mitigate some of that. It's not a perfect system, but on average, it'll keep the surface of this about 300 degrees cooler than the surface of the suppressor. And all it does is slide over the front here. It engages with these nuts, and you can actually back the suppressor off with it, and then it's retained in there by a little C-clip. So you can even you can leave it on and take the suppressor off still.
I would imagine that kind of protects the suppressor too.
Absolutely.
You're just adding another ring of metal.
Yep.
I mean, I'd much rather that thing get banged
Yeah.
than the suppressor itself.
Yep. So that would get retained with a C-clip, but just for the sake of showing it here, yeah. It prevents you from burning a hole in your fancy cry pants or the seat of your car.
Or the tablecloth covers we just got made.
Yeah.
All the stuff. Yeah, man. That's cool. Dude, it shoots great.
Yeah.
Let's run another mag through it.
Maybe stand up with a few.
Let's see how this thing does. Picking up the tempo a little bit. Try and put this one right on the top of that plate. Perfect. Yeah, this thing's accurate. This is a really nice gun. Cycles super well. Yeah, this is really nice.
It's designed to work in unison.
I mean, this is like just a perfect blend between, like, I would feel really comfortable if I needed to take a pretty distant shot.
Yep. Yeah.
But
I mean,
at
of
the
course,
same
depending on the
time-
capability of the shooter, that platform is good out to 800, 1,000.
I'm sitting braced here.
By Bomb Energy.
Let's see how this
Hard to
feels.
kill edition.
Yeah. As you can see, standing up to shoot it is not a tall order.
No. A little bit of a kick. I mean, just dropping the shoulder in, bracing a little bit more. I mean, it's definitely got more kick than a 5.56 would, but you could absolutely engage very accurately standing on the move.
Dude, I like that fucking thing. Cole, come hither.
You guys keep giving me half-empty fucking mags. Do you want to shoot it? Oh. Well, fuck you, readies. I know in the past we've gotten this, where you guys, like when the guns come, there's a few different lengths of safety switches.
Yep.
They can do and all that.
Yep. And we do have that. That's kind of the way its standard goes out, the scallop side and the long side. And then you can flip it, and we got ones that blanket out, so there's just a nub on one side. Those are available as well.
So all my fellow lefties, get a full-size safety.
Yep.
Boom. Shoot smooth.
We got to get one.
Trey, can we get one?
Can we get
that's
one?
awesome.
One of the trade-offs of 6.5 is that barrel life is reduced by a little bit. Typically, across the board, we're seeing 3,500 is when accuracy starts to deteriorate into the unacceptable realm, which is like, the 1.5 area. As we're 7.62, we would typically see it more around the 5, 6, 7,000 round mark. So it is one of the drawbacks of 6.5, but still, with part sustainment, which is something we focus on a lot too, is it's not just how many guns you can get out into the field and how fast. You also have to consider the life cycle of parts, how long it takes to go through ejectors, extractors, barrels, and what happens when you need to do that. Can you get the tools out there to the guys to swap them out? Can you get the parts to them fast enough? Can you have them on shelf with those guys? And so that's something that we also try to specialize in as well. Because a lot of people just think, oh, they bought hundreds, thousands of guns, whatever, and that's all there is to it. But you are working on that platform for a significantly longer time than you would think.
How many times you shot out a barrel?
I think it's only happened a couple of times, like in the teams, but
But
definitely
they were
like
hand
used, yeah,
but they were hand-me-down
they're
guns.
hand-me-downs.
Like we were talking about last night on the live stream. Like people think that you're going to buy a gun, you're going to go to your local gun range, you're going to shoot this thing out in like 6 months of hard shooting. Like, dude, like most of you, me included, you can't even shoot to this gun's full potential. You know what I mean? Like that's a very small window of people. Yeah. It's like, I mean, we've got guns back there. There's no telling how many rounds are through them. And for your average everyday shooter, for what we're doing, 400 and in, they're balls on, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
I can't outshoot that gun. Like this thing will outlast you. Might as well be a Rolex. Like, you're never gonna break it. Like,
Yeah, the things like the upper and lower receiver will last nearly forever. You know, carriers, stuff like that. But with the real hard charging, super finicky precision shooters, and they can tell when a gun opens up to past 1.5, it's got to get changed out then. We just try to make sure that those parts are available.
Yeah.
that's
Of course,
awesome.
you don't want something to go down in the field. Things like action springs, extractors, ejectors. So we try to make sure that we have the parts available for the schedule that they're on for replacement.
Cool.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. That's sick. Out here at Academy, dude, talk to us about this KS1. Been hearing a lot about it. All the rumor mills, you see everything on Reddit. How good's it shoot? Blah, blah, blah. We know a bunch of guys are running it, but I've never had a chance to shoot one.
I haven't either.
Neither of you.
Nope.
Dude, talk us through it.
So the SR16 KS1 started out as a rifle upgrade program for an international partner force. There were a ton of requirements in this platform. Things like rail space for enablers, things like ambidextrous controls, even down to the color. But some things of note that people really scratch their heads about is the barrel length and the profile. So one of the big things that they were chasing in this program was defeating thermal shift. So as you shoot your gun, as you get it hot, you get into that last 7th mag of a combat loadout, the gun gets really hot, and with lighter profile barrels, there's a tendency for the zero to walk away and go away from initially where it was, and for your group size to open up. That was a huge concern for this end user. So in order to overcome that, we applied a pretty stout profile barrel to the KS1, and then we used the dimples to take out some of the weight in the neighborhood of about half a pound. Another thing is, the customer placed a lot more value on lethality and muzzle velocity over sound signature reduction. So we only had so much room to play with for the overall size of the upper. From the middle of the pivot pin to the end of the suppressor had to be somewhere around 17.75 inches. And we only had that much room to play with. So with that, we kind of went with a longer barrel, which gave us more velocity, but a shorter suppressor, which sacrificed some sound suppression. That wound up being a pretty worthy sacrifice for the end user.
Same suppressor we have now.
That is the MCQ1. Uses our proprietary lockup system. So as you can see on the muzzle device, it's 3 prongs, which works pretty good as a flash hider.
It fucking does, dude. Like, out of everything we've had, that is one of the best lockups I've ever seen. And not to talk trash, but the ones we grew up with, the original Knights, we had a baleen wire in place. Like, I've shot them off with saws. Right. So, like, to come out here and grab this sight unseen, it's like, oh my, finally, okay. Like, it's an awesome lockup system, dude.
Yeah. So the series of pockets that you can see running around the base of the muzzle device that interlocks with the ceramic locking spheres in the suppressor, and an alignment notch and tab to obviously do your anti-rotation. It just slides over, and when you crank down on that locking nut, all it does is force those locking spheres into the pockets and holds it in place. It's pretty simple.
So you're calling a locking sphere, us layman's would call a ball bearing.
Yes, we tend to not refer to it as a ball bearing because it's not metal. It's actually ceramic. If we used metal, it would expand and contract with the heat cycling and cause a lot of issues.
I mean, too, we've always experienced it with a lot of blowback too, but these are amazing.
Way better, dude. Like, I mean, we always talk about the flow through and like just how much gas we've had to breathe in over the years. Like, that does a really good job of not throwing it back in your face. Like, if you look at the throwback photos of like the range days, just these big black rings around everybody's mouth, like that is not a superfood. Like, it's not, and it's going to mess us all up. So that's what we talk about is when guys who grew up in the military, not growing up shooting suppressed carbines, like what you get is what you get, and you don't get to play around with really any industry configurations unless you're at a super high-end unit. Whatever you have is whatever you have. And a lot of it is, people think about sound, it's like, it's reliability. If I put that can on this gun and I do anything and it impedes a cycling operation, I don't care how quiet it is. Like, or you throw it on, it's like, well, now I've got to shift 4 or 5 inches of distance because I threw a can on. It's like, that's not good. That thing, every time we shoot it, with a can on, we don't have any shift. Like, there's no hold off for us. And that's one of the biggest things. And never have malfunctions, never have to worry about it. Light striking, failure to extract. It's solid, dude.
It just improves the system.
Yeah. Makes it better.
This is another one of our rifle platforms that we designed to not know whether it's suppressed or not. Again, gas system length, gas port size, suppressor, the amount of gas that actually goes forward, it's all designed in unison. It was all factored together when we made it because we knew that these guys are really only running it suppressed. But then again, if you have to take it off for some reason, not going to have any issues there either.
Is this the exact configuration that was going to that unit? Like even the rail attachment points, all this stuff?
I can't really say exactly, but
Close?
it's extremely close, yes. This is an extremely authentic representation of what the end user that asked for this gun, this is what they're getting.
From some of the previous models, they had ambi controls. Definitely noticed with the new upgrades, specifically of this, the ambi control is a little more pronounced. Was that something kind of specific to them, or are you guys just in research development?
That was kind of a balancing act. We had to make sure that there was enough play in the button to do what it needed to function, that there was enough room to actually move the bolt catch in and out of the way, but also not get snagged on kit. So those are kind of a balancing act. Some are a little bit more prominent than others. We try to fence in buttons and things where we can. Like you can see, the right side mag catch is pretty well fenced in, but yeah.
That's pretty good.
That wasn't necessarily something that the end user was asking for.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's one of the things about being a lefty. Like, watching Cole patrol around, all the lefties, Z, all the boys, like, a lot of times they drop a mag out on patrol. It's like, if that thing protrudes out just enough, you got to think about all the mags and crashes and radios and all the shit you have going on. One little press of that button and the magazine falls out. And it's not really, it is embarrassing. Everybody laughs at you. But it's like, when that thing happens, reality is the only one who's going to dictate. And if it happens at the most inopportune time, it sucks, dude. Yep. It's like, whether it's a noise signature that gives you away, or it's like, I'm bringing the gun up and my mag just fell out. Yep. Either way, it's not a good thing. So I'm super stoked you guys did fence it in. Because I do like the controls, I like the speed, I like to be able to find the touch points and be able to run the gun really clean. But yeah, when guys make them so oversized, even like on some of the pistols, you see these oversized magazine release buttons. It's like, I get a perfect grip and I drop it. It's like, you got to find that happy hybrid. I thought that cage that you guys built, it's really flush, but it's easy to index.
Yeah, and like the safety, that's kind of a personal preference. Not yet on the commercial market, but we are going to be offering some different size and shaped levers to either completely like blank out one side or have a little bit bigger, a little bit larger scallop. Because as you can see, even the scallop side could kind of get in the way a little bit, but we wanted the end user to be able to kind of select their own adventure on that.
I mean, one of the reasons I don't run ambi safeties is because I like to be able to run a little bit of spring tension, so when I drop, I can present. And a lot of them, when they beat these things all the way out, your hand has to move around it, and that's why I don't run ambi safeties. But that one's actually, I do it on my KS3 just out of habit. But that one's not bad at all.
Yeah, we'll have some soon that completely remove that whole thing.
Nice. I actually like the color too.
That was another one of the many requirements in the system. There was concerns for thermal signature, color, all that sort of stuff, things we wouldn't even normally think about.
I'm sure you guys had a blast maintaining the 50 Shades FD.
Yes, we do our best, but a lot of times things like anodizing, it's not always an exact science. We do it in batches, so there's a little bit of variation, and then the internet loves to tear us down for it.
Tan, brown, sand, oh brother, there's so many. It's not black. That's what it is. Oh,
you got a 1 to 10 on here with red dot.
DP Pro?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. I haven't shot it.
Shoot this bad boy.
Yep.
Eyes, ears. This thing shoots so nice. It's just super smooth. Yeah. I'm also a huge fan of the red dot actually being on top, because now all I'm having to do is just basically have 2 cheek welds. You've got the one up on the chin. If I need to like make a gross movement to pick up my target, and then I just drop down. I'm scoped up on it. You want to get on this thing?
Yep. Where are we holding with the red dot?
Point aim, point impact.
shoot smooth. That red dot. Nice.
Is it on?
Yeah.
You can just throw that thing around.
Oh, dude, it's not even hot.
Guys holding just a little close to 6.
Bottom of the plate?
3/4.
Dude, that's not bad at all. Yeah, for 2 mags, like a
Shoot
lot of them
smooth,
are
though.
just, they're so hot to run. Like 2 mags full out, or even a full mag, like they get so hot, dude. Burning holes through your bag, through your pants. Yeah, that ain't bad at all.
But again, huge fan of the suppressor. Especially as a lefty, always eating that gas. Don't get any of it.
Do you have any issues with that one?
Let's see it off 1 second. Let's see how, let's see what this thing looks like. No, that ain't bad. You know what the total weight on this is? Because like honestly, I expected it to be heavier.
Just under 7, I want to say.
Yeah, that's
I
not
know the KS3 is right just above 6 pounds, it's like
Yeah.
6.1. And then obviously there's more barrel steel in there, so I want to say it's just under 7. But it points nice.
Yeah.
It's a sweet fucking gun.
Yeah. Just feels solid.
Oh, it's a little low. Dude, that thing shoots clean, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, I don't mind that a bit. Like in my mind, it'd be a little long, like dedicated CQB. I don't think so a bit.
No.
I think for how well it shoots. Huh. Can we have one?
Good to test out.
Yeah.
I know where I can find
Right.
one.
Yeah, you think
Right
you
in
can find
the
us one?
house.
Let me see what this feels like. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, that ain't bad. Cole, I think we need to get one. I do. I think we need to get one.
Do you know what the red dot optic height is on this?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I want to say the height of the red dot's like,
3?
Well, the mount's a 1.5,
yeah.
so we could probably call that around 2.3, somewhere in there.
It feels
doesn't
awesome.
seem like it's higher than our high rise. Our high rise is at 2.3.
Yeah, a little bit higher than that. I mean, like, that's what we grew up on. Like, we came with that, the Hydra. I mean, that was really it. It was an ACOG with a doctor's sight on top of it. It's like when we were running around just learning CQB, it's like everybody just shot on those. Like, we never looked through the scope or the actual optic itself. Everything was done off the red dot. And we run those little old school doctor sights that barely worked, but they were just good enough. But man, I swear to God, that was the best CQB felt.
Oh, yeah.
And then we drop down to the borderline. It's like you're running through. It's like I feel like you just cut down my situational awareness, but running through that thing's great. And I don't have a ton of LPVO experience with red dots on top, like actually running them. We set them up at work and basically like shelf it. Like, you know, you just run your 416 the whole time or whatever gun you're issued. And we all had them built up, but that thing's actually, that ain't bad at all. Especially like that mid range, like that realistic, somewhere between 400 and then.
Even that 1 to 10, I mean, it's substantially shorter than
Yeah. Oh
the
yeah.
past.
Yeah. Get room to throw a thermal on the front of it, whatever you want. Still got room for pressure pads and lasers and flashlights and all the other gizmos you have to throw on top of this thing. And that's one of the things we talked about, like the rail space, every single centimeter of that thing needs to be available.
Yeah.
It's like, I got long ape arms. Like, I want to be able to maximize this platform. I don't want to have to compromise my grip at all. So we talk about, like, you know, the worst case scenario, you're in the middle of a Superdome shooting a 6-plate rack with the whole world watching. How would you hold a rifle? I want to build my whole system around that so I can still run it. Broad daylight, on night vision, passive, gas mask, like reality doesn't care. I've got to be able to run it. Yeah. And I actually think that's a pretty damn good length, dude. I don't feel like you have to compromise anything with that.
I want to keep shooting it, so I'm going to steal this and
Get
stop
it.
talking.
And with all the gas and stuff that you're gonna end up putting on there, thermals, magnifiers, or whatever it is, you've got the space.
Huh?
Got that extra switch on it too.
Oh, it's full auto.
Full auto gun.
Oh,
If you're into that sort of thing.
If you're into that,
Dude,
That came quick.
get over here. Come on.
Get it.
Come on. Let's get a drum.
Your drum and a welder's glove.
That thing, it's hot. Shoots flat though, even with that. You just gotta sacrifice a hand for like 10 seconds.
You want to cool that down real quick? Got water.
Now we'll let it rip.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, just
Sacrifice my
roll her
hand.
all away. We want to cool this thing down now. This is hot. She's hot.
Installment number 3, brother. We got the KS3. You know, you first hooked us up to CQB 2.1s. Then we kind of transitioned over to KS3, but you know, kind of untouched by man, as we say. Like, kind of walk us through it nose to tail, and then we'll kind of talk about our setups and maybe at CQB, talk about that, the evolution.
So the SR16 KS3 shares a lot of the same features as the KS1. Everything we learned about the ambidextrous features, the handguard, all that sort of thing, we more or less just chopped it down into an 11.5-inch platform. We did, of course, trim down the gas system, handguard, barrel, all that sort of thing. But it does share some of the same lineage that you guys had in the previous CQB 2.1 guns. So it's still got that dual ejector bolt, the E3 pattern, Mod 2 gas system, and that 11.5-inch chrome-lined cold hammer forged barrel. Some of the upgrades being ambidextrous controls, the URX6 handguard, and the actually 3-position QD end plate. That's something that not a lot of people notice, but a part of that KS1 program was there had to be a few more positions in the QD end plate.
So kind of starting from the front, at least some visual differences that I'm seeing between the KS1 and KS3. Can's a little bit longer.
So this is just an option.
Okay.
This is actually the 5.56 CRS2. That is essentially the lighter weight version of the original 5.56 3D printed QDC can.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. That was actually designed for a different program in a different country. Can had to be less than 16 ounces. Actually, I believe it had to be right around 15 ounces or less, and that's just what that is. Still provides very similar, if not the same performance as our other full-size QDC can. And one of the major differences from that previous rifle that you guys had to this one is probably the 2.1 handguard, or the URX Free Float 5. The kind of HK style crossbolt attachment system. That end user had a lot of requirements in terms of being able to service the weapon themselves, and that made it significantly easier than the URX4, which was an integrated barrel nut that had to be threaded on. You had to remove the muzzle device and the gas system before you could take the handguard off. And then this super easy hose clamp style attachment made servicing the gun a lot easier. Because that particular customer that's carrying those around is probably one of our most high volume shooting customers. They have academy classes all year round. They are constantly banging on those guns and putting them through the paces. So they had to be able to work on them frequently and easily.
I mean, we know a bunch of the guys that run them personally, and I've never heard a bad thing about them. I mean, not from us either. I said the same thing. Definitely one of my favorite carbines I've ever shot. Yeah, like when you were talking about swapping them out for the KS3, I was like, nah. Matey was trying to get it back from me, and I was like, it's not gonna happen, dude. Like, see the KS3, let me see it side by side, and yeah, dude, both of them, like sight unseen. If I didn't know the difference, I'd say they're apples to apples to me. I mean, from this to that, I love both of them, dude.
I think they both shoot great, but I definitely could feel an upgrade in the KS3 on how it shot. Just to me, a little bit better.
I think it's more
recoil.
wieldable, just a little bit lighter.
I think a little bit of the weight, but recoil, you know, we have the new suppressor on those, vice kind of that older one.
Yep. Yeah, there's a huge difference in the performance of the suppressors. I hate to say it, but this version of the CQB PRT cans, it more or less is just our traditional quick detach can, but it's got a vented end cap. So it does let some gas go forwards, but it's nothing compared to the new MCQ cans. There's a lot more engineering that went into those, and there's a lot more performance that we can eke out of that can with the 3D printing.
Yeah, yeah, dude, I wouldn't even track in the 3 positions on the QD, but that is super nice, man.
Yeah, this is another little tidbit that we like to
Yeah.
point out every once in a while.
No, they're great. And yeah, I mean, you can see from these things, I mean, we beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we like to see. That's.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think it's really a testimony to the system when you guys work on them like that.
Yeah. I mean, you got a real run. Like, what would you really do? Like, you don't baby them. You don't. Like, the guys that are really running these things, they're not having them, you know, get a second mortgage on their house to buy them. Like, they're running because they're tools. And that's the way we treat them.
We rarely clean them.
No, yeah, I don't.
No malfunctions. I mean,
No, yeah.
I can't abuse that as a
We
factory
abuse
rep.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta say, maintenance your guns, clean them, get the most life out of them.
But I mean, when you came
But
down
as
here,
you can
like, we had to send you one back because I welded on the suppressor. That's how much we shot them without cleaning them. It's like, we're truly torture testing them. And we had to send them back to get the thing professionally take it off. But I mean, bolts aren't breaking, guns are holding tight zeros. Like, I mean, you couldn't beat it up anymore.
It's just reliable, old trusty.
Oh yeah, dude. Like rusty K-bar wood for sure.
That's what we design our guns to do. When you're buying Knight's Armament, you're really buying the sustainability, the life cycle of the gun. On average, our bolts and barrels will last 20,000 rounds. And in testing for KS1, we had some guns go north of 25,000 into the 30,000 round mark. Not to say that's going to be the standard, but we over-engineer our stuff to last longer, and that's really what you're getting when you are purchasing a Knight's Armament rifle.
Shoot it. Shoot this one at least.
Yeah, for
I haven't
sure.
shot this can.
Yeah.
Shoot it. Absolutely. Get on it. And how you like the optic height?
What's that?
How you like the optic height?
It's nice.
Yeah, right?
It's pretty natural.
Yeah.
Maybe it might feel just like a little bit lower. I think it's a little lower than the one
Yeah,
that we got.
It is.
But it's not bad.
Dude, I'd love this thing, dude.
Yeah.
I do.
As you can hear,
I love
that
it.
556 CRS2, it cuts down on the noise
Yeah.
better than the MCQ one for noticeable.
Dude, I'm such a big fan of this.
Yeah,
gun.
this suppressor performs. You can definitely tell the difference with the suppressor.
It's not the quietest can we've ever made,
No.
but when you factor in how light it is, it really is great bang for your buck.
How concerned are you guys with flash suppression when you guys are designing the products?
It's so
I'm sorry, what
light
was
too.
Flash suppression. How much does that come to the equation?
That's huge. So as time goes on, more and more program requirements are harping on flash suppression and toxic gas at operator. That's what everybody's talking about now. So those are two of the biggest things that go into developing our suppressors. Flash is being tested in a variety of ways, and so we have to
Okay,
design a
nice.
can that does all of it. Not only viewing the can from the side, but actually viewing the can from the front. Obviously, that's where the gun's pointed, at the person that you don't want to be detected by. So it's got to be able to mitigate the flash in a variety of circumstances. It is one of the number one things that goes into the development.
Because why wouldn't you?
I mean, I just had to, you know,
Just
get a
wait till
feel
we get
for
to the
it.
machine gun.
Huh?
Just wait till we get to the machine gun.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I brought a tank top just for it.
I mean, the KS1 shoots better on full auto between the two.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
The extra weight up
gonna
front is always going to be able to manage recoil a little bit better.
There's a hat. Beware.
We should use on full auto.
Yeah, you gotta give the full auto test between the two.
Yeah.
And that red dot's over 3 inches.
It's what?
It's over 3 inches high.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, brother. Oh, I get down on this thing. Okay. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'd never shoot it on a full auto, but that is fun. Oh, dude, that's totally manageable. Yeah, you can throw a drum mag on that and send it. Yeah, probably. Wee hot.
It looked like it.
This thing was a dream to shoot.
I love that gun.
Yeah.
This thing, I like this better than that one.
Dude.
Yeah.
What about CQB?
I would take this too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's on the record or off the record, but at least ask the question, is this coming with 2 uppers, or is it just this or just this?
That is something that we are absolutely capable of doing, and we have done in the past. I can't really say whether or not the end user the KS1 was for is getting that or not, but there are options in barrel length for the KS1.
About 300 blackout.
Man, everyone keeps asking about it. Really, we're not looking at doing that anytime soon, really ever again, unless we have a end user that comes to us and is looking for really high volume. We cut out the 300 blackout lineup because nobody was buying it. And of course, as soon as something like that goes away, people wanted it again. Yeah. So unless we have somebody approach us who's talking the right numbers and is something we can work into our already very busy build schedule, it's gonna take a lot.
What you're saying is you got a couple laying around.
No.
Brother, need to get 3. Let me shoot this thing a full auto. Let me see. All right. Yeah, dude. I can get down with that. I love it, dude. I do. So much better than stuff I've had to use in the past. It is. They're hard to get, though. I mean, you see it. You guys read the Reddit forums.
Yeah.
Like, how'd you catch a fucking unicorn?
Yeah. We are
Where'd you
working
find that?
extremely hard to do that. So when COVID kicked off, obviously we had a huge influx of demand from the commercial market, and we tried to keep up with that, all the while keeping up with government contracts that we already had. We had huge contracts all coming to fruition at the same time, in addition to all this influx from COVID, and we just had to stop. We couldn't keep taking on orders from our commercial dealers and giving them question marks for lead times. So we took a big pause, and as everyone knows, as you mentioned, they are very difficult to get a hold of, and that is because we haven't been able to get a sufficient amount to the commercial market in quite some time. But we are making significant changes at the factory to change that. We are trying to build up stock and do things right when we release the KS3. We want to make sure that we get a significant amount of them out to our dealers, and we want to be able to sustain it as well. We're releasing a bunch of new products like the handguard from your 2.1 guns. Those are going to be available before long.
Nice.
The upper receivers to go with them, because they have the tab and the handguard, they have to have a notched receiver. We're going to make those available too, along with all the other parts and accessories that we already make. We're just trying to not neglect the commercial market. Everyone thinks that we hate the commercial market, or we don't like the commercial market, or we don't care. And that is very much so not true. We know that the commercial market is one of our best, most constant, loyal supporters. So we want to make sure we get them taken care of. And we are working very hard to make sure that gets done moving forward.
Any ballpark time frame, or I'm sure people
Before the end of 2026, 2025, sorry.
So before the end of 2025.
Yes. Sometime
Amen to
this
that.
year. It's looking like probably sometime in maybe the July, maybe August timeframe, we're going to start taking orders from dealers.
Sick.
We first have to gauge how much we can have on shelf before we can start offering things out. like I said, we want to do it right when we release it. So we're going to kind of gauge what our capacity is, how much we have to spare, and then we're going to refine our plan for the release. But you can expect to have guns on dealer shelves before the end of the year, I would say is a pretty fair estimate.
Awesome. Well, I know that'll make them all happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I work primarily on the government side, so I cover local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. I'm not too up to date on the situation over on the commercial side, but I know it's super important, and so I try to get as much information as I can to spread around.
We'll get whoever runs the customer side. We'll get his name, his email, his home address. We'll drop in the link below, and you can send him all the hate mail, all that. Yeah,
I
get him jazzed up.
feel so bad for those guys because they have
Oh,
to deal
yeah,
with
too.
such a
Yeah,
huge load of customer feedback, and
it's worth the wait, though. It is. Like, you get the opportunity to buy one, buy one. Like, if you got to wait, you got to wait.
Yeah.
It's worth it. Dude, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Really
You
appreciate
got
it.
one more thing.
Yeah.
We're going to clear the table and bring you guys back for the 4th installment, and then we'll get to run this thing. I'm going to swap out for a tank top. Cool. See you in a minute. We try to wheel out Ash from the back to talk about this. I know me and Cole got a chance to shoot this. I don't know any of the nomenclature, and I've never had the privilege of being able to run this thing in combat, neither of you.
Nope.
But I have a shit ton of experience with a 48 and a 46. Please do the honors and walk us all through this. I know Andrew's got a ton of time on an A-dub too, but this definitely looks futuristic to what we kind of grew up with.
Yep, just a little bit. So this is the light assault machine gun, and assault is in the name on purpose. So this is 5.56, air-cooled, belt-fed, all that sort of stuff. No magazines, stuff that we're used to with like 249s. Stick a magazine in it. This thing is designed for actions on the objective. So what we did was it fights like a rifle that happens to be belt-fed. So we got it light. Problem with that being light is it gets hot really fast, but you guys will see that it shoots really well. A couple of things that we did with it, it's got a very slow cyclic rate on it. Generally it rounds about 575. So the cyclic rate is low, but it reloads fast. So when you get into the machine gun stuff, and a lot of the internet doesn't know about it, when you start getting into machine gun theory, we start talking about time on target. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to increase time on target with this gun, being able to shoot it, faster reload, slower cyclic rate. So it's a constant recoil system, and that's kind of how we mitigate that cyclic rate on it. It never touches the back. So higher pressure ammo, because we had like the Rangers went from 8.55 to 8.55A1. We started doing that. If you guys were on guns and did that same thing, cyclic rate went way up. Started putting suppressors on it, cyclic rate went way up. This one is going to slow down. So as we get into those different pressure ammos and that sort of thing, we're still getting that same effect of it shooting slower and keeping those rounds going. So how you fight this thing, like we talked about firing schedules and we talked about the gun heating up. You fight this thing, you shoot a dude here on the objective, you shoot a dude here on the objective, team starts to get bogged down, you can get into the belt and you can start hammering on it. Price of that, the gun's gonna heat up a little bit, right? But if you're moving fast and you're doing those things, you're not gonna be hammering it that much. Get about 600 rounds on the gun, on the barrel, without having to do a barrel change on that firing schedule, right? Just that, shoot a guy here, shoot here, shoot here. So you don't have to change the barrel. On here we have the machine gun suppressor. It's a fancy name for it. We put a lot of thought into it. But the can is designed to do that full 600 rounds as well on that same firing schedule. You can actually run 600 rounds continuous out of this can. And as you look at it, it's got heat sinks on it and it's big and fat. That's what a machine gun can looks like. There's a lot of people that say they have machine gun cans, but that's what a machine gun can looks like. It's gonna have those heat sinks on it, it's gonna have that stuff. So basically what we wanted to do is we wanted to be able to put this on the objective. It weighs about 13 to 14 pounds depending on how you configure it. We wanted it on the objective to where the guy running it didn't have to do machine gun things with it, right? So he can run the whole time and without having to do any kind of crazy stuff. Other things that we can do with it, we can change the charging handle from left to right. So you grew up on a machine gun, you grew up on a rifle, I hand this to you, you can have the charging handle on the left as a rifle. Machine gun guy, if he grew up on it and he had a good leadership, he's gonna go to the right, right? So he can just, it's 10 seconds, type one pin out, flip it around, so you can configure it to it. Some things that we have coming with this gun, we've got select fire. It used to be just crossbolt safety like 249 and the Mark series guns. Now we've got selector on it. So one customer wanted it to be like M4 control, so it'd be just like the SRs that we were shooting earlier. One click gives you semi, two clicks gives you full. This one right here is just semi and full, but I have another one that has semi, full, or safe, full, then semi. So what you can do with that one is you roll the semi, you can do like sensing rounds, like if you're shooting a distance, you can do like sensing rounds, flip over to full auto and start hamming it. Or you can, if you're needing to conserve ammo, you just stay in semi and you can just shoot that one round just like you would a rifle. It fights basically like battle rifle. So it's just that kind of weight, and recoil on it is super smooth. Like I say, it never hits the back. You can shoot it without the buttstock on it. So if you need to get small, like you're being a trunk monkey or something like that, you pop the suppressor off of it, pop the buttstock off of it. Most people can just press it out and hold it like that, or you can set it against a plate and just start doing work, right? So it's that controllable and has that little recoil on it. Well, we got it a lot of places. A lot of people are using it. It has done work. None of us have taken it to combat, but there's people that have done it, and they're coming back and they're ordering more. So that kind of tells you how they're liking it.
It looks sick. I mean, like, something as small as the safety selector. Like having that push pin back in the day, I never felt comfortable with that thing.
No.
I just didn't like. I think both guys, when you would patrol, you'd have your finger basically on either side of it, just to be able to drop it in, to always know the condition of it, back and forth. But it takes a while to get used to that. Like how many guys just run around on fire because they don't know. Not a lot of guys grow up with push pin safeties, unless you grew up on a belt fed. I love that.
Yeah, a lot of engineering time actually went into the safety itself, especially because certain customers asking for safe semi-full or safe full semi. Sometimes you got to go all those 2 clicks really quickly, and this gas pedal safety helps you to do that.
Definitely excited to see the upgrades, because I know, say at least the 3 of us in training, run around with 48s, 46s, and to see the upgrades that you guys have done. I'm glad the end users have it. I'm sure it's a huge benefit, and in such a small package.
You show us how easy it is to swap the barrel?
Super.
Because that was always,
super
it was always
easy.
kind of a
And the way
nightmare.
it was designed, and we're going to do it up here on the table, but the intent was to be able to, from the standing or the kneeling, just to be able to dump that barrel out. So that was the intent, is if you need to get the barrel out of it, if I'm on the objective, if I win, I can come back and get that barrel. If I don't win, I don't give a shit about that barrel. I just get it out of the gun and get back into the fight. So with the feed tray open, bolt back, then you just take the feed cover and then feed tray, you just push that forward and the barrel's gonna dump out of it. So if I roll this just to here, if you can see the barrel already disconnected, barrel just basically falls out at that point. Like, so if I had it in my hand, barrel will already be on the ground. And then you just come in and then just push that back up and it locks right in, drop that, reload it, and you're on your way. Then and just for people that can't see it, we'll point it out. This feed tray has a bar that goes over top of it, because we're here, that button's pretty exposed. And a lot of people don't see that cover and they're like, oh, I can just dump the barrel out of it, and it's locked down. So we did think of that, but they'd be amazed at how many people don't see that. But that's how simple the barrel change is. Again, it's keeping the gun in operation for that longer time. We want the gun shooting more than we're messing with it. And with reloading, I always called it the saw dance, and I'm sure it was the same for the Mark series. You flip the feed cover open, you grab the rounds, you kind of cradle the gun, you set them in there, because if you let go of them, the rounds fall out of it. Mm-hmm. This one, if we set the rounds on the feed tray, you can roll the gun almost to here, and that cover will actually close on it, but you can get the gun to here. With some practice, you can reload it on the move. Not necessarily running. I mean, if you're super smooth, you can do it running, but from walking, you can reload it. And the rounds are going to stay on the feed tray. So as soon as you get them there, you close the cover, you go back to work.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, let's get shooting it.
Yeah, dude, shoot that thing. Somebody get on it.
That shoots flat as fuck. Yeah,
It looks flat.
that's crazy.
The more you get on
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
you just get that a little bit closer, and then it hovers there.
Yeah.
Dude,
No wonder they come back and order more.
no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I first shot the first couple rounds, I was like, did it shoot?
Hey,
It was hard. Like,
is the shoe better with the suppressor? Because,
yeah, that weight,
Yeah.
definitely, for sure.
I mean, like, it was pretty flat with no suppressor. I mean, we were shooting it just like a pistol. I mean, there was a little bit of climb. That thing didn't look like any climb. Is the,
and it's not that hot. Like,
do you have the suppressor serialized? Yeah. So it isn't a disposable piece. Like, Each one, so your barrel swap would.
ACF? No, it is not.
Yeah, I mean, so for the military guys, they're not running around with their backup barrel with the suppressor on it, or are they?
They haven't asked for it yet.
Okay.
They're just asking for like one per gun.
Okay.
So, but if you end up dumping it, it's
Yeah.
sensitive item.
DD200s.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of them.
Yeah. Hey, don't drop it. Go back and get it. You don't do that paperwork. I've done it. It's not good. If you have to, good. Just have a good excuse. You get some nuke out in Fort Chaffee, just heaving out barrels. Like, oh my God, no! He throws in the creek. It's like, it was too hot to hold. No!
Be out there all night looking for that thing.
Oh, brother, you remember? Dude, we're out doing land warfare. We had the old school night suppressors, and he dropped down with a 46. Straight off, and he had just came back from sniper school and bow lodged it. All the new guys combing the forest, trying to find this thing. Oh, what a nightmare.
When you immediately throw on the thermal and start looking.
Oh, brother, if we would have had thermals back in the day, we would have.
Huge.
No. New
That
guys
thing
with a
is
thermal. Find it.
That thing's ridiculous.
You want to put that thing back in a knapsack? Or is it already in there?
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah,
Shoots flat.
you cut it up.
That's crazy. I can feel like the lower, like you guys said, like a little bit lower cycling rate, but
Yeah.
It's very predictable.
Yeah.
You know exactly
Yep.
where you can get in rhythm with it.
All right, let's try this. Oh, dude. Oh, I can get down with that for sure. Okay. Andrew, have you shot this thing?
we need a couple of those
Not a
because
full-
we're going
not
to
a full
be
bag
in
yet.
part of
Just
the
waiting for you
new
guys.
Heat 2 movie.
Oh, bro.
That's why I said, like, you want to see a movie firefight? Give us a couple of those.
Are you actually going to be in it?
I
Oh,
wish.
brother.
Fucking wish.
Trey would
Hell
100%
yeah.
be
I'm
in
like,
on
say
that.
no more, fam. I'm there.
Yeah.
DJ,
Oh, cousin.
Absolutely make that happen.
DJ, we need 2 of those to do the Heat 2 movie.
Oh, bro. Yeah, we do. okay.
Or Point Break 3, one of the two. Or
Oh,
both.
cousin. Yeah, you can make that happen for sure. And that thing's not hot. I mean, I'd throw a foregrip on it for me. We used to run them back in the day.
But a lot of dudes are running that. What I've seen pop up is remember the old Magpul AFG,
Yeah.
like the old one, not the Gen 2 one, but the old one that wraps around.
Yeah.
Rangers are running the shit out of that grip on there.
Yep.
Yeah. They have the bipod because the bipod comes off super easy. It's just a push button.
Yep.
So, trying to, it's just this push button.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
So
that's
they'll have
slick.
the bipod, like in a bag or something like that.
Yep.
So when they get set in somewhere, they can sit in on it. But being on the objective, they're just running like an angle pull grip on it.
Yeah.
I like that, man. Yeah, I mean, dude, we got everything you need for an assault gun. We'd have to have on that.
Right.
Lasers,
Laser,
flashlights,
laser
pressure
lights.
pads, everything. I mean, guys running thermals on them now. Like, you got to be able to run the whole thing.
Putting it on the objective, you're gonna have all those lickies and chewies on it.
Yeah.
So clearing off that bipod if I'm not flopping around. And obviously end up prone and don't have the bipod, it just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's life.
Get strong real quick.
Yeah.
Thing is so fun, dude. Oh.
With that suppressor on there, it's like shooting a UTM gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you're shooting UTM. You don't realize until you start tearing shit up down there, you're shooting live bees.
That's why, like, the first blast I did, I was like, is there malfunction? I was like, oh, I saw the little splash.
UTM's actually recoil more out of that.
Yeah. You know what really sucked at Chaffee were the reload drills where you break them up into 10, just 10.
Over and over and
Oh,
over.
yeah.
Thousands, dude. Just back to back to back. I mean, we talk like barrel life. Like, I mean, you go through Fort Chaffee and you'd shoot, dude,
Our
40
load-
boxes a day?
Yeah.
Every day for 3 weeks?
It was a race to like dump the boxes.
Yeah, like if
run
you
with 3
expended all the
boxes.
ammo, you went Winchester, we had to go back and grab water and more ammo. So all the A-dub guys, like that was your deal. Dump it all 600 rounds, 800 rounds, whatever you're running, dump it right now so we can go back and get some water.
Yeah, it's not bad with these like
So heat shields?
little heat shields up here on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely grab here, you're gonna burn yourself. But
Yeah.
get up on this, dude, no issue.
Yeah.
You
Just
can let that
Picatinny
thing-
rail
Yeah,
sections
exactly.
with some rubber covers over them.
And that's where you want it anyway. You want your grip up there and manage this thing.
Yeah, it's one of the more
Dude, I'm really impressed, man.
configurations.
Then what'll happen on machine gun cans is once the internal temperature of the suppressor gets, and it'll happen on all cans, but once the internal temperature gets above 1800 degrees, when you stop shooting, oxygen will come back into the can. When it does, it ignites like a Zippo right? So it's just like the Zippo flame that comes out of it. So it took like 9 months of research and development. That can won't do that.
That's awesome.
It's still doing it, but it does it inside, and it burns it all inside and doesn't come out of the can.
I think we need to do one from the hip.
You need to do one with the buttstock off.
Just hold it in the hip.
Press it out.
Press it out and send it.
Yeah.
See that? Oh, dude. Yeah. You can just master blaster this bad boy. Yeah, we need to fire from the hip. That's what we need. We need a good hip fire.
Yeah, you show up with that, you're a real problem.
Yeah.
Here's a short belt if you want to do it from the hip.
Yeah, we do.
For a little bit.
I might definitely take a water on it, that boy. Just a wee bit hot. Not too bad. I like the feed tray. Remember the feed tray, the gaps were so big? Mm-hmm. If you didn't lift and swipe immediately and that brass fell inside it, dishes were done, dude.
This is still subject to that to an extent, but we were aware of that in development.
It seems like the tolerance is a lot tighter. It's not just easily going to force feed down in there. I mean, I know you've done it. Yep. I know you've done it. I've done it a bunch. Running around in the middle of the night, lift the feed tray. If you get the swipe, lift it, falls in. Like, oh my God. Flathead screwdriver trying to dig it out.
Man.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That's it, please. Let's do one from the hip. You guys good? There we go. Oh, you got to do it from the hip.
That's like a Tommy.
Oh, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cole, you got to shoot that from the hip.
All right.
Do a little Jesse Ventura action.
Okay.
Yeah, not. Yeah, I mean, if you slide your hand back a little bit past the handguard, hot, but not.
Yeah, keep it on the handguard.
Yeah, but not unmanageable at all.
Yeah. Good? Yeah.
Oh, God, if we only had one. Ah! Hey, dude, hey, you're trying to get guys to go to your booth. Just grab one of these things and put them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two things that get them to come to the booth the fastest. You're running like MP7, belt fed, everybody naturally starts to gravitate to you.
Yeah.
We never fight about demos for the LAMG.
I bet.
Yeah, just throw this away. You don't need it.
Don't need it.
That where you can put like the SIG folding stocks or any of the ones that go
Oh,
like
nice, yeah.
or whatever that have the Picatinny on the back.
Yeah, so if you got to
It's
be.
not bad, but their 762 version, that stock gets terrible. Because in 762, the receiver goes about this much farther. So that stock just ends up too long. And
We'll say
so
it.
you end up like way out on the gun. So we're dealing with that right now, but we do have that. We got that going with, I think, third batch running that right now.
Very cool.
I don't mind talking about the Rangers because the Rangers PAO has that going on at all the freaking times. So.
Good. Dude, it's a huge upgrade, man. I mean, like, I'll be honest, we started shooting the old school M60 chopped off with a dude with a hacksaw. Like, literally, the old school Vietnam is what we grew up shooting. You know, the 46 had just came on board, then transitioned over to the 48. And I love that 46. Like, this is a significant upgrade. Just in the way it shoots, just how mobile you can make it. I think it's badass, dude.
And since we're talking about the Ranger guys, then the word's going to go out pretty fast. There is a UTM kit coming for this. It's coming soon. I get messages about once a week from the Rangers like, I need a UTM kit. And I'm like, bro, it's coming.
It's for the new guys.
So
Yeah.
we'll put it out
Enjoy.
everywhere. There's a UTM kit coming.
Yeah, when they made SAWSIM kits, yeah, we all got to test those out. Yeah, that won't be fun, dude. New guys indoctrination. Hey, we got to see how bad these are. Take your shirts off. Like, oh, God.
Yeah, before we put role players out there.
Yeah, we don't want to hurt the role players. Let's shoot all the new guys with it. Yeah, good stuff, dude. It's badass.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, dude, like, as always, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Super pleasurable. I mean, went over KS1, KS3, CQB 2.1, all our configurations, and now I call it
LAMG.
LAMG. Light assault machine gun. I love that you guys put assault in it. I mean, we were having to do assaults with saws, and they were definitely not meant for it. Yeah. I mean, buttstocks fully collapsed, the whole thing, like trying to get as small as package as possible. They are hard, man. I mean, traditionally it's a crew-served weapon, right? Yes. But it can't be for the guys in special operations. You got to be able to run that whole system yourself, carry all the ammo. And every now and then, if we really thought it was going to be a blower, you'd have a couple guys carry some extra barrels. I've never seen a barrel swap in combat. Like, we never had to do it. You know, extra ammo, you carry 200 rounds, this kind of stuff. But I mean, that is just such a dream to shoot.
And my big thing with it on regular Army side, our 249s were so old that you didn't trust them because you'd look at it sideways, you get runaway gun. Yeah. So you're like, bro, you're out there in the hallway, you just stay there and just be very gentle with that gun because they were just rotted out. And so when I started at nights, had a demo coming up. I had like 2 hours before they got out there, had rounds. I ran that thing, and I was like, I would put that in a room. I would put that in a hallway. You know, that was my big thing. You know, it's just because you can have a belt fed in those situations, and you don't want a belt fed in there, but if you need a belt fed in there, you definitely want to have it then.
I mean, we've all been through it, dude. Like every single A-dub has a mind of its own. Like you have to create an intimate knowledge with that one gun. Like if I pick up Cole's gun, it doesn't run right, and you'll go up to him, he's like, it's not psyching, right? He's like, got to hold it for a 6-round burst. It's got to be an 8-round. It won't do anything less. What'd you lube it with? Like WD-40 is like, it only takes 10 W30 and a CLP 50-50 blend. That's the only thing it takes. Don't give it anything else. But you know what I mean? But like that's what we did. Like we had a guy come out and he ran the old school 50 cal course, and he talked about, you know, he got it from World War II. All the old bomber guys, like this is what we used on our machine guns, coming all the way back, and it's a 50-50 split. And it's like once you get that perfect little lube blend, it's like I know exactly what this thing needs to be able to run at full pace, and mine didn't run that smooth.
No.
I think it's sick.
Ain't got to worry about it with this.
Yeah, dude, like the subtle little upgrades, like even the feed tray tolerances, man, like the amount of times that everybody who's ever shot a belt fed has dropped that brass and been trying to dig it out with that little red lens in your flashlight, like it's a nightmare. And if you actually get in a scenario where you actually need an A-dub, like you really, really need one. Right. And it's like, it's on that one 19-year-old kid to make it happen. And if you can make a system that runs reliably, like you just said it, dude, like the confidence you have in that, and you know it, like you're doing training, it's like, I keep having issues with this over and over. It's like, now we're going to deploy. It's like, I don't have the confidence in this gun. I mean, like, we'd always talk about it, like trying to do like partial reloads or anything else. Like my gun ran the best with a brand new box on it. If I had to clip on partials for whatever reason, if I had to crack that feed tray open and take a half belt and drop it in there, I felt like it never ran right. I'd rack the charging handle, nah, it didn't move over. Nope, nothing. Oh, flip the feed tray, slap it again, like, oh, I've got to apply pressure. Now I slap the feed tray, now I rack it, now it chambers. Oh, just all that little stuff, man.
And there's not time for that. Right? It's cool when we're out here on the range, you know, we're shooting steel targets and doing some videos and stuff, and you're like, oh, I got to do this thing. That is cool then, right? But when you get over there and it's time to do work, you don't have time for that.
You don't have the time for it, dude. That thing's a nice compact package. You know what I would like to do? We're gonna let this thing cool down, and we're gonna jump inside of the vehicles and just talk about stowing carbines, what's realistic, how much room you actually have. I mean, we were talking about it before, like that F-250 is probably not a realistic blend of what's common for everybody, but just how much leg room you have. You think of like, I saw a Toyota Hilux, the reunion last weekend, and my old lady said something. She's like, God, there's not a lot of room in the back seat. I was like, just imagine all of us fully kitted out with saws and bolt bags and all the other stuff. And they're like, you don't have any room. So people have this myth like, oh, you're just going to blow out of there and just send it. Like there has to be a very specific method to your madness to be able to get out of that vehicle with all your tools. And to try to grab something that's full, like a 240 as a trunk monkey, like that's not going to work, dude. It's just not. You need something to be able to, some small, compact, you can have it readily loaded and then be able to blow out of a vehicle. I just think it's sick.
You were talking about too, I thought that was cool. You pop this buttstock off, you can put that Picatinny rail on there and provide kind of a collapsing buttstock.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome option.
There's a bunch of folders on the market that you can hook into that Picatinny, and that you can throw right on that gun. And then you have it small all the time, whether you're being trunk monkey, you're jumping in, you're doing whatever, you're trying to get that gun small for whatever reason. And as the video show, you can shoot it, fold it if you need to. Like you get it out, you start shooting, deploy the stock, shoot a little bit better, but because it does shoot better when when you're actually aiming it and shooting it good. But you can run that gun whenever you need it to.
I think it's tough, dude. I love it.
With how smooth that thing cycles as well, like I wouldn't be worried about a folding buttstock. Getting that, like you think about on the 48 or something, you'd be like, I'm gonna break that thing at some point, But with how manageable this is, I'd be like, no problem.
No, it's tough, dude. Fellas, really appreciate you guys coming out. Awesome tools. We're gonna jam some mags. We're gonna relink this nutsack here, and we're gonna shoot this thing for a little bit. But fellas, as always, it's a pleasure hanging out with you guys, seeing all the tools of the trade, and definitely leading industry experts in all this stuff and make some of the finest products that have ever been produced by far. And this thing is an absolute dream, man. I really appreciate you guys coming down, dude.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.
Dude,
Cool.
if you guys can catch a unicorn, catch one. I've never been disappointed in anything I've had from Knight, so thanks so much, dude. We're gonna load these things up and we'll jump on a flat range. Talk soon. That'll work. Oh, dude. I fucking love this thing, dude. I do. I really wish I had this thing to grow up with. All the guys that are shooting this thing, dude, congratulations for you. Like, I love the 46, I love the 48, but dude, it's just better, man. It just is. It's such a dream to shoot.
Yeah. I mean, for me, bailing out the other side too, like it gave me so much confidence just with that tempo and knowing you had that coming around the corner. I was like,
Dude.
That thing it's a rifle that's a machine gun. I mean, you can throw that thing around.
I mean, dude, it's like what every saw gun dreams. Like, give me an M4 with a drum mag of 200 rounds that I can run it like a carbine. You could run this thing like a carbine. It's sick, dude. Nice. Fucking great job, man. Yeah, man. I couldn't be more impressed.
Yeah, fantastic.
If you get to shoot one, please post it on the internet for all the other guys, because this thing's a dream. Great stuff. Oh, I fucking love this.